Oh, that's not what I wanted.
Hello.
Hello.
Ready to run this back?
Hell yeah. I'm not tired at all. So I know I told you yesterday. We're on stream, by the way. So.
I figured.
I told you yesterday we had like a tree branch or tree limb, I guess more accurately. It's pretty large. Fell out of our gigantic tree in our front yard. As it turns out, if you just let that sit in your yard for a day, every person with a truck will start waking you up at 8 in the morning so that they can get paid to take it away. So that's really
What?
nice. Yeah, we had 4 people knock on our door
Knock on your door?
and
What?
ask, "Hey, what are you doing with that
No
tree branch?"
shot. Someone just like just knocked on your door. That's crazy.
Yeah, 4 people. This is a city where a kid got shot for knocking on a door, by the way.
That's
so
crazy.
Starting at 8 a.m. too on a Saturday, which was just great. So yeah, every half hour or so, somebody else would knock on our door, and Kale would go insane. And we just had one of our family friends come over and take care of it. They got here at like 11:30, so. Oh, I need to join this lobby? Or are you gonna invite me?
Let me join it and I'll invite you.
Oh, I should. Once I get in here.
Why are we doing tournament draft?
Is it Challenger League or Champions League now?
Champions.
Champions League?
Yeah.
North American Champions League?
Oh no, it's sorry. I thought you were talking about
No, NACL is.
it's Challenger. It's
Okay.
Challenger. I thought you were talking about ACL. Yeah.
I love that you have to ask if lobby spec is open, because they made the lobby and already had messed up part of it.
It just looks like it's gonna be a full one, you know?
You're getting full ignored, I'm afraid.
Yep.
you've already put us in the team streams then.
Did.
Spec is lobby only. Thank you, Dr. Nassus. I guess that means you're not going anywhere. I guess that means we just don't have enough spaces, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Nassus is gonna leave. I really like that name. Like, that's... I don't know if he's a Nassus one trick. I know he's their, like, org owner or team captain or something, but... Wow, and then Lane using the wrong homophone for 2.
Yep. You know me.
Damn. Dr. Nassus is not a Nassus main. He plays some Nassus, but his most played champion's Yone. Anyway, shout out to Dr. Nassus. Seems like a cool dude. Also has a PhD, so... Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll update my summoner name to like Maris PhD, Dr. Maris. And I don't actually have the doctorate. So treat me with respect. I won't get flamed
Exactly.
because like that guy's got a PhD. He hasn't had time.
That's stolen valor, you know.
We're slowly getting people into lobby. I think we actually have enough people. I think Dr. Nassus could be here, but we'd have to be creative about the way that we move in the lobby. Maybe he's watching the stream. Looks like his account name is just Crack It Up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he is in the thing.
I know. He's just not listed on their lobby or their sheet on the application. He's not in their ob.gg.
Oh, sure. Min's just Crack TSM Sightstone is the only one that's not. Listed on there. He's supposed to be a jungler. Interesting. They actually just don't have a jungle main on their own BGG.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Interesting.
That account is weird. Platinum GM.
Yeah.
You want your Latino one? Okay. We got time. Let me find it. You know, Lane, sometimes I
What?
lay in bed thinking of the dreamy ex-Chris, wondering why life is so unfair. I just want to be his big booty Latino.
I really thought you were gonna hit me with something more than that, and I got a little bait.
He paid the
Yeah,
money.
yeah. I know we paid the money. It was funny.
I think we have more Miggy copy pastas than like anyone else. I was just scrolling through our copy pasta chat. It's got quite a few.
I'm gonna take some screenshots of this chat in case we need it. I don't think anything very. Well, hopefully we'll be starting soonish. I think.
Oh, people are lined up.
Yep. I think I know, unfortunately, that Teamless Revenge's ADC is out today. Had some family stuff come up, so they're trying to figure out some sub situations. Hope everything is going okay for a Nori Boob.
Yeah, it's a shame to not get to have your full roster on a Q-Day, so hopefully he'll be back and ready to go tomorrow, and everything's alright. They have set our draft.
All right.
Oh, we're live. Wow, they're going. They're really going. Welcome everyone to day one of the NACL Open Qualifier, summer number 2. My name is Maris. My co-caster's Lane. We're the co-owners of Return of the Middlesticks. That's all the caveats I'm gonna have time to really give. This is our first matchup. You got to win 3 before you lose 3. We got 2 games today. First one's against Teamless Revenge. They're the number 15 seed. We're the number 18 seed. Let's fucking go. Annie, Olaf, Kaisa, Thresh, probably, Pantheon, and Ezreal banned. How you feeling, Lane? High energy.
Feeling great today. Nice recap of the draft there. We get the blitz. We got jump scared a bit by not seeing a ready check from our side, but we're into the draft now. Tristana is going to be first picked by TRV, and I'm expecting that RTM is going to get LeBlanc here, but yeah, Tristana kind of strong. People are banning that champion out a lot in LCS, but looks like RTM is going to get Rel and LeBlanc, which are 2 of the big primary picks.
I think that'd be
kind of an option.
A pretty decent coup. Tristana, of course, flexed now between bot and mid.
Yep.
You would expect, given the sub situation for TRV, that's probably mid on the Tristana. I think that bot Tristana is a little bit of a riskier play. Gotta pick Poppy. Interesting. So Drakowski's Poppy. Presumably, Drakowski's Poppy, and the Rel is going to go support for Boy Wonder. I guess you could still throw those around just a little bit, but that's the place.
Poppy can go top 2. Yeah. I know Crook is very, very practiced on the Poppy, so definitely a potential option, but
I feel like you could play Poppy mid against Tristana. I don't know how good it would be. I feel like you could play it, though. Maokai is available for TRV. There's still LeBlanc available, but there's not really... I don't know that I want to play LeBlanc into Poppy Rel already.
Yeah.
So maybe not a consideration. That and Tristana could just be the mid laner, and they could be thinking that way to start out with.
Yeah, or you throw the Tristana bot. I mean, it's possible that a mid laner would know how to play Tristana, given its relevance currently, but Renekton gonna be the pickup, and now we'll see what RTM decides to answer back with. Gonna have to clarify one of these lanes, I think.
You could just go AD.
True, but I think there's some good prio that's up right now, so we'll see what they elect to go for. It's gonna be the Syndra pickup, so I assume that's gonna be locked in.
Yeah,
so
not just yet, but there it is. The Syndra for Max. He had a really good game on it last night against Mirage Alliance. Didn't pick up the win, but it was a really solid game from him.
yeah, definitely put out a ton of damage and something he's very comfortable on. So I'm assuming this Tristana, I feel like RTM is probably putting Tristana in the mid lane. I think that's where she is excelling right now. Just because you get that automatic shove and can join fights, and it's just kind of a all-in threat. That's pretty hard to deal with. So
Braum banned by ROTM, TRV. You're looking at AD and maybe top, maybe.
yeah, I'm wondering if RTM will elect to ban the LeBlanc or not. Just because it's possible that you throw Tristana bot and get the LeBlanc, but I think Tristana again better in that mid lane spot, so they may just take the chance and leave it open.
Yeah, Zygon. Other support maybe.
Yep, I think Aphelios is probably the best ADC still remaining for RTM. I don't mind the Ziggs band here, just because they're probably saying that the mid lane player that's filling ADC might just play a mage, and so, you know, expecting potentially that Ziggs to go bot. Not a bad read.
Yeah,
I think,
and
from our team here.
I feel like with APA's performance in LCS, it's kind of brought Ziggs back into the collective consciousness of everyone.
Yeah. So Jinx gonna be hovered and banned away, so I think this is just gonna be a straight Aphelios pickup.
Yeah, I think it almost has to be. I don't know who else is really
With
left.
Ezreal
that's
gone,
available.
Xayah, Kai'Sa, Jinx. Yeah, I mean Aphelios is just clearly the best ADC remaining.
But it also could be a bait. You know, they could be trying to force the Aphelios. So you gotta think outside the box. Pup played a game at Draven and an ARAM popped off. Maybe we see the Draven here.
I like your thinking. He did say that in our chat this morning that the Draven is B1able. I think it was mostly a joke, but
was it Boy Wonder? It was like, oh man, only 10 deaths. That was
yeah. Good time.
But yeah, Aphelios locked in. Aphelios Rel isn't like the most synergistic lane, but
yeah,
it's playable.
Definitely so. I'm curious what the B. Okay, Vel'Koz APC is what we're gonna get here, I assume.
Our Vel'Koz support.
Could be.
Just go double poke into Rel Aphelios. That doesn't sound terrible.
No, not at all.
Yeah, who knows? Sometimes you just pick some champions.
It's kind of one of those things where it's like,
oh, okay, yeah.
yeah,
I'm feeling Vel'Koz APC then. I mean, Nautilus Tristana isn't bad either, and then you have Vel'Koz mid. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know about Vel'Koz into Syndra specifically. I think it's fine. I think that's playable for Vel'Koz, but
I'd assume it would be. I think it's funny. One of these things is like when you play with subs, especially if you have like a mid laner going ADC like this, it's almost harder to draft because you get like unstandard things, and so maybe sometimes like your team can just get an advantage by the other team not expecting what you're going to play or not knowing how to play around it specifically. So I think that's potential here, but Darius is going to be the last pick here, so that Poppy is going to go jungle for Drakowski.
you could still Poppy support with Rel jungle.
or I suppose you can Darius jungle because they wanted that to go, but I'm assuming
that
that's
sounds terrible. I don't know about that one.
What well, they buffed Darius jungle, right? So it's
they
a thing.
did
You
a
know?
long time ago. Yeah, they buffed. It was like Darius, Garen, and Talon at the same time, and Talon's the only one of those that's remotely viable.
Yep.
Because yeah, they just wanted more junglers, I guess. I
Yep.
don't know. Sometimes you read the patch notes and it's like, that doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, I guess that's happening.
We're starting pretty late for this one, and we're gonna have to wait through another full draft of the tournament draft here. So
We're gonna be the ones holding up the whole tournament.
everyone else, yep. They'll love that.
I mean, that means theoretically less waiting for us.
True. I mean, we waited to get in game, so.
I'm gonna just apply the pressure. All right, everybody's R, but they haven't hit the button yet.
Gotta hit the button.
Okay, it was literally the guy that said R that had to hit the button too, so that was a little confusing. So yeah, now we have a second draft. Oh, did I make? I think this one is the one. I have my in-game scenes labeled by the league that we play in because I have their logos. I think I turned the CCS one into the Rotom one, but I'm not 100% sure.
Nice.
I'm gonna just transition. Oh, it doesn't actually show me. Well, we'll try it. That might be it. Whatever. We'll figure it out as we go, as we tend to do. Yeah, so now that we have a second, it's the NACL qualifier. It's the Swiss stage. We've been here before, but as a refresher, 2 games today, 3 games tomorrow. You got to win 3 in order to advance to the GSL group stage. If you lose 3, you're eliminated. The last 2 times, Rotom's gone 2 and 3. We've been right on the cusp, but haven't been able to make that breakthrough into the next round. This is the last chance for the year. I'm assuming, like, there might be like a Tyler 1 tournament or something at the end of the year the boys can play in, but like this is essentially it for the year for the premier team. Outside of a couple of games of ACL that are still remaining.
Yeah, definitely so. This is the last chance. The only slight difference in this format is whoever wins automatically qualifies for the NACL qualifiers. The rest are going to be determined by a point combination of last qualifier and this qualifier. And the top 4 go on to play I think the bottom 2 teams from NACL in a promotion tournament. So that's what this tournament is qualifying for. And now you know.
Yeah. Big stakes, and want to show your best games here. You don't have too many that you can give away. We saw last night, I think it was a good tune-up for the boys. Played against Mirage Alliance, who's the number 2 seed in Aegis. Lost 2-0, but I think that there were some really good moments to build from, and it showed, I think, given what's happened in the last couple of qualifiers, a lot of the higher seed teams have seemed a little untouchable, but we definitely touched Mirage Alliance a couple of times last night, and, went head-to-head in some team fights, so hopefully a little bit of confidence, or at least a little bit of, ability to grit their teeth and maybe handle some of these higher seeded teams. It's going to start with Teamless Revenge, who's a team that we played in the last qualifier. It was our 3rd game. Didn't get the W there either, so looking for a little revenge, as it were, against them.
Definitely so.
They've got a little bit of a different roster, but they've got some similar parts. I know Diesel played for them. I think St. Ghoul was on the team. They had a Nori Boob, who, as we've mentioned, couldn't make it today, but yeah, I think that's it. It is going to be the Vel'Koz bottom for Enigma, unless they roll swap, which I don't know if that's allowed, but yeah.
That is what it's going to look like, and I mean, I think it has decent pairing. You have like decent follow-up with all the lockdown that Nautilus has, making your knockup a lot easier to hit. And yeah, if you can get to that combo where you're getting the true damage, definitely helpful for the Vel'Koz damage.
Right, and throwing a little bit of a curveball, Pup and Boy Wonder, how many times have they played against Vel'Koz bottom?
Probably not many, but yeah. Outside of that, it's really a pretty standard comp, and I think it works well here to go AP bot because they have the AD mid with the Tristana, so you're not really missing out on like not having a true marksman here just because you've got that in the mid lane. So yeah, definitely works out for their draft to have the AP bot.
I feel like I talked a lot and there's still 2 minutes left. That's really depressing.
Yeah, the blind pick, being able to like pause during blind pick has been so nice for saving us on a little bit of time, but we had to watch the draft back again here. So delaying it a little further out, but I think for RTM, this is definitely a comp they are super comfortable on. I feel like everybody has champs that they know how to play, and sometimes drafting comfort can really be that difference maker, especially in these best of ones. Knowing what you're best at, how they coordinate with other pieces, really can be helpful. I will say before this, Pup had a pentakill in our warm-up game, so
The
boys are
Draven,
coming in
the
confident.
Draven game,
He
or
did
was that
not
before
play
the warm-up? Okay.
It was before the warm-up. he was playing Aphelios and got a penta on it, so
Ah, just run that back then. Yeah, that's easy.
yeah, easy peasy.
But yeah, so we'll have this game, and then everybody will get reseeded, regrouped, and we'll have our second game, and then we're done for the day, because they don't want to eliminate or advance anybody on day one, and then we'll have a little bit of a longer day on Sunday, as per usual. So look forward to hopefully some good games all weekend. I wish I had like a cool bumper I could play right now. 10 seconds left.
Like the LCS.
Yeah.
Yep. I just had to sing it for you instead.
Yeah, I even had one at when we did get ragged, but you know, it costs money to have bumpers and stuff, so.
We're all about the memes here, not the quality, you know?
I should play the Monday. Oh, that'd be funny.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah. I don't know if that's trademarked, but people use it in YouTube videos, so I assume it's fine. Anyway, welcome to the Rift. On the blue side is Teamless Revenge, and the red side, Return of the Middlesticks premiere. Number 15 versus number 18. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's a cull start for Pup. He's feeling pretty comfortable, I guess, that he's not gonna die early.
Yeah, definitely so. But that does mean there's not going to be a lot of fighting power that Pup is going to have in this early game. Probably not something you're really looking for anyway. But
yeah, so I'm kind of
we'll
interested
want to.
If that means Drakowski's going to try to influence. It's probably top lane, right? The more volatile Darius Renekton lane.
I think so. I mean, you do have some gank options bot just because Vel'Koz is pretty immobile. But I think this top lane is definitely where an advantage can start to show each other. When you have these carry versus carry matchups, basically if one gets ahead, it's a lot harder for the other one to come back without help. So I think both junglers are probably going to be looking around that lane, trying to fight around there and get one of them an advantage early.
We got Quanta in the chat. You want to say hi to Quanta?
Hi, Quanta. Long time no analysis.
Yeah, Quanta made our original jerseys. Is that? right?
Our secondary jerseys, not our original.
Okay.
Yeah, so the jerseys we now have, and they look sick.
They're pretty awesome. We haven't really gotten to flex them this year. Well, maybe have to change that. Crook is just zoning Diesel at level 1, but you're kind of seeing the same thing happen to Max in mid lane, so.
Yep. This is kind of how the matchups are a little bit expected to go. Darius passive, very strong, but Crook really taking advantage of that. Already blowing the pot off of Diesel here early, so playing that well, playing in front of the minion wave, and just trying to land some bleed when he can.
And Enigma and St. Diesel really got that shove in, and now taking a little bit of a route through the blue side. They're going to have full vision of Drakowski if he heads to that blue side, but it looks like we're going to be doing some vertical jungling after our first quadrants, which you would imagine the isolated top lane matchup is kind of what Drakowski and Crook want, and even already setting up for a potential dive here on the third wave. This is a huge stacked wave. Diesel, level 2, pinned against the wall. That is very clean for first blood for Drakowski.
Absolutely perfectly played there from RTM. Really well executed. Crook had the advantage, got the shoved wave, and then both at level 3 there. That's going to be a really nice pickup to get this lane ahead. The kill does go over to Drakowski, but you're going to take that advantage if your Crook doesn't have to burn anything for it. So it is a little sad. Drakowski is going to return to his bot side and see most of his camps are gone, which is unfortunate, but getting the kill there, I think, is what matters, especially in this tank versus tank matchup in the jungle.
Yeah, so a little bit of a farm advantage for Krakodon once he's able to grab some of those camps. And yeah, now Drakowski's going to be a little sad. Good knockback from Max to make sure that Pure Genesis can do a whole lot. Tristana very aggressive early on, can get some very surprise kills at level 2, level 3. Starts to taper off just a little bit in terms of that power soon, but level 6 is also still pretty dangerous. And now a little invade from Enigma, St. Ghoul, and Krakodon as Drakowski trying to get his grump. It actually was smited away by Krakodon, but a little bit of damage coming down onto St. Ghoul. He's got the hook away, though, and a successful invade and steal for Teamless Revenge.
Yeah, very sad for Drakowski. I mean, he is getting punished for that top gank. So hopefully Crook is able to realize something from that, able to apply the pressure. I mean, he's got a good 10 CS lead now. So that's kind of the hope that you have for the trade-off in that early gank.
Yeah, and it's not like Doomed. You're Poppy against Maokai. The
Yeah,
farm
yeah.
isn't as valuable as if this was a carry v tank or a carry v carry matchup.
Yeah, but Krakodon is going to be way ahead of Drakowski because he's going to have this extra quadrant to go in. But it looks like RTM with the Darius pressure is going to walk in and see if they can do something about that.
Yeah, Boy Wonder's looking for it. The engage onto Enigma. Pup just flashes forward. He's got the guns that he wants. We're getting paused at 5 minutes.
Yeah, I got paused as well.
Lovely. This is the time that you want to
there
see.
it is.
A lot of things happening, and Pup finally gets the kill onto Enigma. St. Ghoul trying to get away. Pup holding his Q, I would imagine. There's still flash available for St. Ghoul, so he's got ways out of it. Now flashes away from the W, has the Spider-Man hook away, and the Q doesn't quite land from Pup. So St. Ghoul gets out, has to burn everything, but one kill for Pup and Boy Wonder in the bottom lane.
Yeah, luckily Enigma does have that TP, so is able to come back. He's going to catch that wave, even though that they go for the death. And honestly, St. Ghoul played that escape very well, knowing that the stun was available for Puppe. Waited until he was in flash hook range to get out. But overall, a nice pickup for the RTM bot lane. See Kirk on this level 6 trying to abuse that a little bit.
Oh, he didn't get the cannon, though. Oh, but he stopped Diesel from getting the cannon, so it's fair.
Hit the trade.
Did you play... I guess this is like a double question. Have you ever played Dota, or did you play when Gangplank used to be able to deny minions?
I did play when Gangplank could deny minions, yeah.
I just thinking about, I gotta deny the cannon minion for my opponent. Yeah, Boy Wonder looking for a little engage. They've got Drakowski here, but so is Krakadon. Boy Wonder just getting kind of left. Oh, that's a great hook, though, from St. Ghoul. Lands onto Pup. He's got to use his cleanse. Doesn't have the flash away. Drakowski just trying to help him out. Pure Genesis is here. He's going to sacrifice himself for the 80 carry, but it's 2 kills for Teamless Revenge, and Enigma picks them both up.
Yeah, that just wasn't the timing that RTM wanted to look for. Boy Wonder going in, but the roam down from the Tristana guaranteed that they were going to get at least 1 kill, and a nice hook from St. Ghoul guarantees the second. So a nice punish there onto the RTM bot lane, knowing that they're flashless. They send the jungler down, and easy pickup. That should mean... I thought maybe that would be Drake, but it looks like not electing to do that one, given the timers.
Yeah, a little too fast on the respawns, and Enigma and St. Ghoul don't really help do that particularly fast. So gonna leave that be for now. Just pick up the Scuttle Crab. And
it's a really big CS lead that's opened up now. They had a wave shoving towards RTM's tower, so a lot of minions died there that Pup wasn't able to pick up, and the 2 kills plus the CS lead is exactly what you want for Enigma here.
Yeah, and it's something where maybe you worry about there was just a little overconfidence given the relative rank disparity, but Enigma's played really well, has capitalized on on the St. Ghoul hooks, and is farming really well, which is very impressive, given the pressure from Pup and Boy Wonder.
Definitely so. On the flip side of that, Crook is playing well on this top side. It's got out to a 30 CS lead. And I think that is going to mean that RTM is going to use that advantage to start up the Herald here at the 8-minute mark. But they are roaming 4 people to this bot side. Boy Wonder needs to be very careful.
Yeah, they're going to spot out Krakadon, and you can see the immediate evacuation from Pup, and Boy Wonder just kind of hanging around, but he's got his horse if he needs to zip out of there.
And there notably is no TP for Crook, so you can't really cover this bot dive as effectively as if you had that TP. But luckily, they stepped back when it was important and are able to pick up some much needed CS onto Puppe.
Yeah, Crook just trying to manipulate these minion waves, it looks like, as best as possible. This is still pushing into him. Diesel's going to be in a weird spot, but Drakowski's down on the bottom side now with Rift Herald. They might be looking to try to make a play and get Pup a little bit back into the game. Diesel's going to hit the Dominus. Crook doesn't look great so far on the trade. Now gets the heal. The Noxian Guillotine. The damage from the bleed is just enough. And Crook picks up the solo kill and gets the healing to survive. Meanwhile, Teamless Revenge takes their first dragon of the game. But that was pretty close, as it turns out. But Crook able to survive. Knew exactly how much damage he had, I guess.
Yeah, super scary. If he doesn't get that heal off, definitely doesn't survive that one. But hit all the skill shots he needed to, and then the bleed did the work at the end there. So I feel like that was kind of the last attempt that Diesel is going to have in the solo to try to get a kill. Crook is going to be very far ahead now.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp used in mid just to try to chase down Max. Not going to be able to really follow up on that one, but it was a nice look, a nice little attempt there from Teamless Revenge. Trying to punish Max for being a little overextended.
Definitely so. And so with the way the bot lane is gone here, I feel like RTM should just continue to play around this top side. They do have that Rift Herald in the back pocket of Drakowski. I'd love to see him roam up to this top side, play around the Darius, get that tower, and look to unlock Darius from this lane, especially without that TP.
Krakadon's headed right back to bottom lane. He's going to do his Krugs and then probably look again at trying to influence Pup and Boy Wonder. This has been a big focus thus far for Teamless Revenge, and it's paid off so far. But Pup and Boy Wonder trying to hang in. You still have the junglers shadowing. Boy Wonder goes in. They're looking for the engage. Pup with some damage on that Moonlight Vigil. They're looking to try to target Vel'Koz. Max is here, and he'll be able to pick up the kill. He gets the shutdown. St. Ghoul low, and Pup finishes that one off. The crash down. Not going to really get him close to Krakadon, so I don't think they'll be able to follow that one up. But now you have the Rift Herald play. You got 2 kills. This looks pretty good for Return to the Middlesticks.
Yeah, and Max with that TP ward behind them there, able to do a great job on that play. Really good timing from Boy Wonder. Goes in right before Max and Drakowski show on map, so not really any time to react for Krakadon. And so RTM finds the kills for themselves able to get Puppey back into this one. And I don't even know if that Rift Herald ended up hitting. I don't think
it hit. Drakowski got 175.
just
gold.
didn't quite get to the second plate.
Yeah.
So
Yep, only
regardless, still a great play for them. Gonna give them a small lead here, about 2K, a little under. So
those saplings are super annoying.
Unclearable vision, always annoying.
Yeah, they'll spot Krakodon again. And look, this 3v3 has just continued in the bottom lane. No one cares about these top camps. You can even see Crook is zipping around looking to see if he can maybe take some, get some vision down, or influence mid lane while all of this is happening. But the focus from Krakodon has been down here, and that's drawn Drakowski down as well.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, I feel like RTM has dealt with the pressure pretty well. I think those kills that they just got for themselves really helped stem the bleeding that they were doing. But now Drakowski kind of just hovering here, making sure his bot lane's going to stay safe. You've kind of done your job, right? If you're Drakowski, you've gotten Crook ahead. He's continued to win in that lane without, and so he can just kind of sit here and hover, make sure that his bot lane is strong enough to continue in the late game, because the Darius should kind of auto win at this point in the 1v1.
It feels bad to not really be farming anything, but he's just making sure that Pup and Boy Wonder can exist. Pure Genesis looking for a little damage in mid. Not gonna really find a whole lot there. And now Krakodon's back.
He's just continuing to sit bot lane here. It's just kind of a vision war, seeing if RTM it's gonna step up too far, but they've done a good job of just kind of sitting around their tower, playing into the waves, clearing the vision right around it. And finally, some pressure relief as Enigma goes back to base.
Yeah, a little silly moment. It feels like maybe a little overforce from TRV, but it's not necessarily costing them anything elsewhere. So. Yep.
Again, these tank junglers, you know, they want to spend time around their lanes. They want to make sure that, like their individual matchups don't matter nearly as much. So, with the dragon spawning here in the next 10 seconds, both teams trying to get to reset, trying to push their waves in, and it's definitely going to be TRV that's going to get to this first, based on the timing. So we'll see if RTM actually elects to walk in here. Darius is coming down. Oh, nice stun here.
Stun from Max. I don't think that they're going to be able to find a whole lot. Diesel is here. This is going to be a full 5v5 around this Hextech Dragon. You have a small gold advantage if you return to the Middlesticks, but most of that's going to be on your Darius. And I guess Max is maybe a little ahead as well. I'm not going to hit X because I'm really scared about what's going to happen in this fight. Poppy able to secure the dragon. Boy Wonder in. He gets a big Magnet Storm. A little stun comes through. They can't quite finish off Krakodon. Pure Genesis jumps in, but everybody just kind of explodes all at once. And Return to the Middlesticks picks up 3 kills. Now they're looking for more. Crook is in. Pure Genesis gets guillotined. And it's a triple kill for Crook and the ace for Return to the Middlesticks as they'll take down this bottom lane tower.
Yeah, that's the explosive fight that RTM was looking for. A really nice ult from Puppey with the flame was able to knock a lot of HP off of TRV. And then Crook flashing in there, using his gold lead, slapping them around with his wallet. Finds the 2 kills at the end of the fight there. Really well played from RTM, even though they were late to that one.
Yep, and they'll secure the dragon as well, which means that that extra little potential win con for TRV slips just a little bit further away, and now TRV gonna have to play from the back foot for a little bit. Drakowski's here along with Boy Wonder. This is a little 2v2 breaking out, but doesn't look like anybody really wants to go for it, and it's actually a Scuttle Crab secured by TRV.
Yeah, notably there is Max is gonna have to run bot here to try to cover this tower. They both have TPs, but Diesel TPing in now. Syndra gonna match.
Yeah, right on top of each other. Big fight breaking out. Crook is low. He gets taken down first, actually. Pup just trying to free fire from the back. Max is now finally able to join. They pick up 2 kills. That was not a clean fight by any regards. And the shutdown from Pup, or the shutdown on Crook, excuse me, going to pure Genesis means that Tristana's going to become that much stronger. Enigma's still hanging around, maybe looking for a little bit of poke with these plasma fissions, but the Rift Herald secured for Return of the Middlesticks. They got their objective, and they'll continue their push in mid.
Yeah, kind of a scary fight when anytime you see 2 TPs right in the middle of the action, both teams trying to save their respective laners from taking too much damage there. In the end, RTM going to come out ahead, get the 2 kills, get the Rift Herald for themselves. So got to feel pretty good about that. But yeah, the way that fight was shaping up was definitely a little worrisome with Enigma sitting in the back line, able to get out a good amount of damage on his ultimate. That is where it's very scary for the Vel'Koz if you can't hit him and he can hit you, you know?
Yeah. Now something to watch is going to be Pup and Max's shutdowns. If you can secure both of those as Teamless Revenge, they're going to be right back in the game. So have to
Yep.
be careful about how you manage that, especially as we saw Crook get shut down as hard as he did during that last fight.
Yeah, there are objective bounties on the map as well, so there's a lot of gold that's standing if TRV can capitalize on that. So
Yeah, now Drakowski and Max looking for pure Genesis. They have
nice
a
W.
good block on the W from Drakowski, and now the unleashed power is enough for the kill. Max picks up that one. Boy Wonder able to scoot a boot and get away from Enigma and St. Ghoul on the others. Well, in mid lane, I guess it's not quite the other side of the map, and RTM gets a clean pick.
Yeah, really nice timing there. Everything executed super well. The stun came in before Poppy's shown. Really no time to react, and then a nice
lands
hookup.
onto Pup. He's got to cleanse and flash away. Still stuck underneath the tower and gets taken down eventually by Krakadon. And now they'll look for Boy Wonder as well. Drakowski's here. I don't think he can really influence it that though. And it's a double kill for Krakadon.
Yeah, and one of the shutdowns going over as well. That is going to go onto the jungle. Maybe not the best spot that you would have had it, but you know, you're picking up more gold onto your team when you're behind. I don't think anybody's going to be upset about that. Notably, I think the bigger thing from that is you also blew Puppe and Boy Wonder's flashes right around this jungle timer of the dragon coming up. So I'll have to see if that ends up netting anything.
Diesel was maybe a little overextended, but Drakowski and Max not wanting to go for that just yet. Max's TP is going to be up right about the time that the dragon spawns. Worth noting, of course, there's 3 teleports on TRV and only 1 on Return of the Middlesticks, so you're going to have to see Max really pick up a lot of this side lane duty, and as a result, he might get targeted just a little bit by TRV, as Krakadon and St. Ghoul have walked their way up. It looks like they're seeding this dragon in exchange for a tower or 2, which feels like a fair trade at this point for TRV. They're going to pick up the gold, and RTM will get, you know, a little bit more scaling, but
yeah, don't mind that at all, especially with the objective bounty. I think that's going to help out. I don't mind that they also try to look for the kill. Max not giving it to them, luckily, but well played there from TRV to make that trade. I think that's a trade you definitely want, considering this isn't a dragon that puts them on soul point or is the soul. So Rift Herald going to be summoned up in the mid lane for RTM. They've got 4 members here. Max making his way down as well, so we may see another 5v5 here in this mid lane.
Yeah, Max is going to be a little bit late to the party, but there's the Rift Herald crash. Take it down to about a quarter health, and yeah, everyone just zooming around this mid lane, not really wanting to commit to anything.
It's scary to walk through here if you're RTM, but able to get it out with Max shoving them off.
Now we're in the ARAM mode. Pure Genesis has a static shiv, so he wins.
Yep. Team's gonna fan back out here. That next objective up is the Baron, so Boy Wonder and Max are going to try to chase down Diesel, but the stun was already exhausted for Max. I don't think there's much that they're going to be able to find there. And, yep, they are going to back off there. So Boy Wonder going to reset. Again, like you said, Max is on the side lane duty, which is a little scary if you're a Syndra, especially if they start roaming someone else down to help out. The Renekton plus another person is going to be a really strong combo if they can execute that well. So we'll have to see if they're able to do that to punish the Max on the split push.
Well, not a whole lot happening right now in terms of the game state. Good split push from Diesel. It's gonna secure that bot lane tower, and they're the game's staying relatively even. 2,000 gold lead for Return of the Middlesticks. It's been as much as 4, but yeah, it seems like ROTM really wants this mid lane tower to die, but they don't have the tools just yet to be able to take it down.
Yeah, and they definitely can't start a dive or anything like that. So I think right now they're just trying to get. Oh,
Ooh,
Diesel.
Diesel?
Goodbye.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
All right. Well,
he looks so squishy, and I think that's because you've got both these magic pen items on Max. He is so strong right now with the 5 kills. I mean, he's got 2.5 completed items compared to Diesel's just 1. So a nice side lane kill for Max means that Tristana is going to have to roam down to this bot side to help deal with it.
yeah, maybe now you could look for a dive or a Baron, or you have to look for something now. You have this advantage, but it doesn't look like RTM is going to be able to find a whole lot of anything other than a couple of extra jungle camps. Maybe this top lane tower for Crook.
Yeah.
Is he with
gonna
us?
trade his health bar for it? I think he's got it. Oh no, he doesn't.
Pure Genesis is back. Max doesn't have the knockback just yet. He's looking for the damage, but he doesn't have it, and it's a shutdown for Pure Genesis.
Yeah, definitely an overextension there from Max without the ult. It's going to mean that the 600 gold shutdown is going to go over to Pure Genesis. So honestly, I think you take that trade, the kill into Pure Genesis pocket. So keeping it close in this one, considering how things have started off for RTM. Looking for this mid lane play potentially.
Looking for anything that they can. They'll get a couple of stuns down. Boy Wonder pulls St. Ghoul back in, but it just... yeah, there's just no ability to follow up, and Pup gets hit by a little bit of extra damage in the end, and now Teamless Revenge is looking for the Baron, and they're going to be hard-pressed to really stop this with Drakowski hanging around. Maybe he looks for a steal, but I don't know that you want to sacrifice yourself in this situation. I think this just might be the Baron. Crook is in. He's got the hook onto Pure Genesis, but now gets knocked back by the Nautilus ult. Big stun from Max into the Moonlight Vigil. There's a little bit of damage starting to nibble through, but they somehow force Teamless Revenge off of the Baron.
Yeah, I mean, I think the threat of the Poppy Hammer coming through is pretty scary, and they just did enough damage to get them off of it. And that is going to mean that 2 mid lane towers are going to come down for RTM. So honestly, nice pickup for them. I think TRV just didn't have enough time to do that dragon fully, especially with the 2 damage threats for RTM up. So going to be posturing around this dragon. Now RTM has to be worried that they may go for back to this Baron.
Yeah, already.
Philios might stay on it.
Already audibling off the dragon. Yeah, Philios is still on it. That seems really risky right now. In comes the rest of the squad from ROTM. Boy Wonder is trying to get in. He can't get into the pit. The Baron goes the way of ROTM. The dragon is secured by Philios, but now you're down the man for this fight. Pure Genesis is taken down by the ult from Max, but the front of the fight doesn't go that well as Drakowski and Boy Wonder fall. Max still looking for the damage over the wall. 1 for 2, you trade Dragon for Baron. That's not a great trade for ROTM. And now Teamless Revenge with a 4-stack with Baron.
Yeah, I think the problem is that you just hope that you can knock them off of it, but without the Philios there, you can't really take the fight. So definitely things turning around here for Teamless Revenge. Only down 1k now. Got the Baron push. The only thing that you can say that RTM got out of that is they are going to be on Soul Point. So if they can realize that, I think that's going to be where they're going to be able to execute the best, if they're able to get that 4th dragon. Definitely an entertaining first game for RTM here.
Very back and forth. Wouldn't be able to call it clean in any regard for either side, but very entertaining. Getting a little bit of the jitters out early, hopefully, and we'll see some cleaner play later on. But now here comes the stack of Baron toward mid lane. That mid lane tower isn't long for this world. The next one might be under fire as well if they can continue this push in. The Tristana Vel'Koz threats are kind of intimidating, honestly.
Yeah, and it's really hard for RTM to get much push in the game, especially with that static shiv just clearing the wave so quickly for Pure Genesis.
Yeah.
He's going to go down to that bot lane, try to apply more pressure.
Oh.
Okay.
Headset
I think it's
died.
going to be...
Should be a pretty quick one, I think, but...
Yeah.
Do you have just like a helicopter noise happening?
Something's trotting around. I'm not sure what it is.
We'll get to listen to that for just a second, I guess. There was the first Get Wrecked LAN we had. I don't know if you remember, there was like hours long pause, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to Arcade Corky Gatling Gun that whole time because I was on Wind, who was playing Corky, and his Gatling Gun was on. And they didn't want us to take off our headsets to see what was going on, but so I just got to listen to for it was like 30 minutes.
Is that your new alarm sound as well? Make sure it gets you woken up.
Oh, everybody are. There we go. And we're back in.
RTM trying to save themselves around this mid lane. Max is the main character right now. He has got his death cap completed. He will be able to one-shot just about any carry. That is kind of the one concerning thing for Teamless Revenge. If their Tristana or Vel'Koz goes down, there's not a lot of damage left because Diesel is really far behind. Boy Wonder trying to find an angle here on this flank. Gonna just force them off, so.
Well, oh, I heard Poppy going off. I was like, oh no, a fight. But we're chilling.
Yeah, just hitting a cannon. Oh,
a stun lands on a
that might be it. Yep.
Is that enough? Oh my goodness, Max is so strong.
Like I said, the death cap completed. You saw it right there. One stun into the combo, and yeah, they do not live long if that goes off. So RTM is going to have the initiative now. With Tristana gone, we'll see how they're going to be able to use it.
Well,
right now, just kind of setting vision up for this dragon.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been so back and forth, but our team's led as much as 4,000 gold. It got clawed back to about 1 briefly. It's still about 1 actually, even with that kill and you know, the relative good run of play for the past minute or so. Crook is zooming his way up here just to clear this minion wave out. And yeah, minute 15 on this dragon that will probably be a pretty climactic moment in this game, you would imagine.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think RTM definitely, they are the ones that have the tools, I think, to take it. The Poppy Hammer can be really, really impactful. Well, whether that's getting frontline or a carry out of the fight, definitely going to make it difficult. But if they get like a good, if Teamless Revenge is able to use the Maokai ult and catch someone out, I
Ooh.
think that's their best case scenario. But
This is a little
RTM just kind of
tricky
lurking.
from ROTM. Yeah, they all, out of vision, were able to get in here, but it doesn't look like TRV is going to give them the benefit of walking through their own jungle. St. Ghoul looking for a little engage. Just some abilities exchange. The Dominus is burned. That's going to be the biggest cooldown, I think. Crook is very low. He gets taken down. There's just no damage. Max is teleporting in just now. Boy Wonder has the crowd control, but it's just Pup and Boy Wonder left against 4. Pup trying to kite back. They'd finish off 1, but it just doesn't matter as Teamless Revenge is in. He flashes forward to take down Enigma. It's Max versus Diesel and Krakadon. I don't think that he gets his way out of here. It's a 5 for 3, a really messy fight, and now Krakadon can take the dragon and delay the soul potential.
Yeah. Honestly, RTM looked like they were the ones that wanted to initiate that fight, and they didn't have all the members there. If it wasn't for Max Heroics at the end, I think it might have been the game, but able to find the kills onto the carries that were necessary, and gonna save the game for RTM there, but very scary fight. Now it is going to be all tied up in gold. It's going to come down to execution, and so far, Teamless Revenge have been doing that better as of late. We got a banger to start our day off here.
Yeah, hopefully you all woke up for this one because it's been a fun game thus far. Yeah, completely even in gold now at 31 minutes, 31 and a half minutes. I think this is the longest game we've had in any of the NACL qualifiers. Normally it feels like the game has tilted at least by about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think maybe in our original one back in spring, we had like a 40-minute one that Hoarder was able to bring back for us after we got down. But yeah, outside of that, definitely in recent memory, it's one of the longer ones that we've gone through. And it looks like it should be a while too. RTM is going to hover around the Baron here. They're going to try to get Diesel's TP out.
Yeah, they're starting this one up, threatening it at least. 8,000, 7,000. Krakadon is spotted them out now with a sapling. Down to 2,000. Gets the knockaway on the Maokai. They finish off the Baron. So RTM secures that one. Teleport finally comes in. Can RTM get out? And it looks like they have. So they get the Baron. They get out. They don't get interrupted by the Plasma Fission. And they don't really lose anything. It might have been... I don't know if that tower fell in the bottom lane or if that one was already dead. But
it was low, but I think it did end up going down in that.
So... It's a 1,000 gold swing back for ROTM, and now with the Baron power play potential into the Ocean Soul at about the right time. It'll fall off, 30 seconds beforehand. You'll have one wave to try to catch. It's a good time to be a Middlestick here for the next couple of minutes. We'll see if they can get anything.
Yeah, definitely so. A nice, just really well executed there from RTM. They knew they had the damage to do it fast enough, and a great hammer from Jakowski able to get the Maokai away so he couldn't smite steal. So not taking the 50-50. Now RTM trying to push through this Tristana with Shiv and should be able to do it with the Baron Dominions now, but they're sending 5 people after Max.
Yeah, this is now been spotted. That was a good ward, but they find Crook and Drakowski. So much damage. Almost 100 to 0 from Enigma as Drakowski and Crook have to flash away. They're still burning, but the little ticks from the ocean dragons that they have are going to be enough to keep them alive. And immediately back to base. That set up all for nothing, and now wasting more time on this Baron buff.
Yeah, terrifying there. Enigma is also very strong. We've been talking about Max being the AP damage threat, but yeah, Enigma, when able to set up like that, you see how fast, even through the tanky members of RTM, were able to hit that. But Genesis, goodbye.
Yeah, no defensive item there. Now they're looking for St. Ghoul as well. Boy Wonder gets the crash down onto him, and Crook, well, Pup will pick him up with the one auto attack that he threw in. ADCs, am I right? And
Yep.
good on Return of the Middlesticks. Didn't completely fold after a little scary moment in the jungle. Now have a 5v3 on the map with some Baron buffs. They can get some stuff done.
Yeah, I mean, not picking up that kills with the ult meant that it is down, so not quite as scary to walk through the jungle. It is going to be back up, but wasn't for those fights. Max had a great pickup, and then they were able to find the Nautilus on the backside. So RTM with the Baron buff pushing hard here with 2 members down for Teamless Revenge.
Yeah, one tower falls. Oh, a stun lands onto Enigma. Can they go? Can they find the kill at the end of that one? Moonlight Vigil comes through. A lot of defensive tools being used. Enigma's still stuck in the Zanyas, but he eventually gets taken down by Max. And now the inhibitor falls as well. Hook, oh, not quite there from St. Ghoul to look for the re-engage. And now it's 4v5 as they'll group up toward this mid lane inhibitor as well. And ROTM starting to break through the base, starting to find the first significant gold lead of the game. A little bit of damage from Max as he's able to find a stun. The minions no longer baroned up. Crook doesn't find the apprehend. Diesel low, Drakowski in, gets the pin into the tower. Diesel has the stopwatch available. Boy Wonder in, but it just so much damage from Max. He's on a killing spree as he's able to take down the Tristana. Drakowski falls to the tower, but ROTM continues their siege. It's just Diesel and Krakadon left to try to defend the Nexus. They're on to Pup. They're looking for anything they can. The Nexus is low, and Pup and Boy Wonder are able to finish this one off. Oh, they're going to turn and pick up some kills. Why not? It's a double kill on the double guillotine from Crook. And ROTM advances to 1-0 with a very small upset. 18/15, not the biggest one, but 1-0. And now 2 wins away from qualifying for the next stage.
Yeah, big win there for RTM. Max finding the stuns and the picks he needed to at the end of that game. Ever since that Baron, it just blew apart for RTM. Able to come through when it mattered most. So we're going to be on to game 2 in a little bit here. Take a short pause in between games while we figure out our next matchup.
Yep. Hopefully it won't be too long. We should be one of the later games. So hopefully it'll flip over quickly and not require 3 different shufflings of the bracket like it did last week, or last week, a couple months ago, 1 month ago. I don't know anymore.
Yep.
Anyway,
1 month.
Listen to some chill beats to kill minions too, and we'll be right back. Ooh, Pokemon chill, no copyright. That sounds nice. This does sound like Pokemon music. Wow, they were ready. We were the last game. It looks like we're playing against CCG.
Yeah, the number 1 team. Or not number 1. Number 5.
number 4 seed lost. Lit Esports, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 seed lost. Couple upsets to start out the qualifier. It seems like that happens. It seems like the first round is always kind of a crapshoot, and then it kind of converges back to their rankings.
Yep. I think it's the warm-up game, you know.
A lot of teams play the actual warm-up game now, though. So.
But who got good sleep, you know?
Hopefully none of them had a tree branch fall.
That's crazy.
Where have I been finding the logos? Oh, right here. Qualifier.
Yeah, it's on the...
I'm assuming everyone's right and we're playing CCG. I'll at least get the logos.
It's probably right. Yep. Okay. So let me run through here. We will be playing CCG. Did I miss one?
Do they have
2, 3, 5, 6?
I don't know what CCG stands for.
Let's see.
Page. CCG. CCG Esports
Gentle Hearts.
is a North American amateur team.
So actually, we might be on a different 7, 8, 9, 12. Oh, we're gonna be playing Winthrop, I think.
Everyone says CCG.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I messed up.
Winthrop's playing Wang Dynasty.
I miss an upset or something.
So it was, the upsets were
Or 3, right?
29, 25, 23.
Oh, 25. Baby Paradise one?
Yeah.
Oh, they did. Okay. So yes, then we are going to be the... So...
I found it.
Okay.
CCG Esports, the leading platform and launchpad for player, coach, and staff development in esports. I just want to know what it stands for. Oh, they have a Twitch stream. Yeah, we were actually just the last game to finish. That's funny.
Yep. Not surprising. I mean, we started like 30 minutes late, so.
I just think it's fun. I saw Alk Battery posted. He was like, "We've got upsets in round 1," and then like, literally our game just isn't chosen, but all the other ones are. I need Twitter staff so that we can post highlights while we're playing. We still have to wait for him to like officially make the thing, right?
Yep.
Oh god. Oh yeah, they're passing the tuna down in the chat. Let's change to other things.
It was good that people were like individually checking last time.
I mean, I'm seeing like 3 different. Oh, this one says Winthrop. I don't think that's right.
Yeah.
Nice. I love this. They made a channel for us versus Winthrop. That's not very good.
Oh, they deleted it.
I love the qualifier support. Matchups are wrong with the dabbing emoji. Yeah.
Mhm. We can. I feel like. Let's go. Graphs. Let's go. CCG.
Oh, they beat Caspian's team. do you have editing privileges on the master sheet?
Yeah.
It's funny, it's just like everyone else's anonymous stuff and you're plain sort. You did it.
Done it. We check with.
Oh, there's a new one. CCG. They did it.
Did we froze?
Oh, tournament admin says match channels are up. GLA chat. Oh.
It's you.
Ah, hype. I'm playing.
You're in. I can leave.
Me and Fluffy Llama Girl V5. I'm spamming that spectate button and I can't get in there. Ah, I made it. We did it. Now everyone else has to move around me. Do you have a draft link?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Not yet.
I'll send it to you. I've been privileged with a draft link.
First time. It's so weird having teams with support staff that make lobbies, and I feel a little sad. I'm usually the one that's making the lobbies and doing the draft link. I feel like I'm on the outside.
Yeah, they don't need to rely on you anymore, Lane. They've evolved. Well, all our boys are here. And Schneider's in. They even made it blind
Guys.
pick.
I assume the lobby's full.
I don't know if they don't have their support yet. I would assume they don't have it yet.
Prefer to be in lobby if there's a spot.
I don't think there is.
Okay.
Because yeah, I don't think either of their people in the spectator slot are their support.
Solve the world's easiest math problem. Rally cry Dio 30-minute edition. Good ACL chat going a bit crazy.
Just dodge Gorilla Jones on sight. We're not winning.
And it's Double F saying that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Ellerin.
Yeah. There's still just this one open spot in the lobby. Assuming that we're waiting for somebody. Waiting on their support or something?
Yeah, their support is still not in here.
Bum 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 ba dump.
They have their support here. And yeah, lobby's full.
Very nice. Go grab some water really quick before this one gets underway.
I should also get water. That's probably a good idea.
I am back.
People ard. We're in draft. Ah, I got water. Let's fucking go.
Done it.
Yeah, welcome back. I'm gonna play like Champ Select music rather than whatever this is. All right, here we go. It's a 1-0 match. Return of the Middlesticks taking on CCG, the number 5 overall seed, and yeah, Poppy, Olaf, Renekton not going to be played.
Yep, those coming off the table to start out here.
So yeah, not the cleanest game in the entire world from Rodham in Game 1, but got the job done. CCG, meanwhile, smashed their way through their competition in their first match, just judging by the post-game screen.
Yep. They played number 28 seed Tempest Gaming. People are curious, so.
Yeah.
This is 5 versus 18.
Yeah, had a 13-2 Tristana, 6-0-14 Ari, 6-0.
Yeah, Tristana
Yeah.
It's going to be banned away. We're not going to see a repeat performance of that, so.
Yeah, Lilia taken away from Drakowski. That's something that we saw yesterday. Sorry, my dog was trying to get something by my desk. There's nothing there, so I'm worried about what he was trying to do. First pick LeBlanc, potentially, for CCG. Their mid laner's account name is 2023-05-27, which is May 27th, probably when his account was made. According to the spreadsheet, his name's Rain. So, Rain gonna be playing LeBlanc.
Yep. And with Kaisa off the table, I guess Rel's still up, so that's going to be the trade that RTM's going to get. It looks like they're going to go Malachi. I'd expect them to go for the Rel as well.
Yeah, the Rel didn't seem hugely impactful in Game 1, but
It's one of those premier picks. It's pretty much pick ban in LCS right now. Going to be picked up for our team as well here. Kindred being hovered, Lee Sin being hovered. Lee Sin is the classic LeBlanc combo. Just kind of get out to a strong early lead with both their pressure. Cassante going to be locked in for CCG. I think this champ is always a problem when I see it.
yeah,
Tank does damage, always spooky.
yeah, that's you have your Showmaker copy pasta ready.
Yeah.
Cassante, 4,700 HP, 329 armor, 201 MR, unstoppable, a shield that goes over walls, has airborne, cooldown is only 1 second too, it costs 15 mana. Thank you, Showmaker. Nautilus is locked in for CCG, and Rodham now. Aphelios? What are you feeling here?
Definitely could be. You could also pick your top, because you know there have been a lot of ADCs that have been banned out, and I think that is going to be what our team elects to do. Go for the Jax into Cassante. They have the first pick of Red Phase here, which I assume that they're gonna just use to get their ADC. So they can pinch the pool here. They can. My guess is that that's what they'll elect to do. And I guess CCG is probably going to ban things that they think LeBlanc is going to have a rough time with. But it looks like the jungle pool is going to be banned, so.
Viego gone. Target Max here. You could ban Annie and Syndra.
Yep, going to be Annie.
That might be a little rough for Max. We'll see where he wants to go.
We banned one jungler. I assume we're gonna go the route of banning two. I guess it'll be Wukong coming through. Kindred could be the. I think that's good, especially with as much engage and dive that our team has already drafted for themselves. The Lamb's Respite from the Kindred can really be a way to shut that down. So
Yeah. Talia is an interesting thought for a ban. Something that's pretty good against LeBlanc. You have to drag yourself across the rocks to do damage, and that kind of hurts. So that'll be banned away. Now, Malzahar, the tech from Max potentially.
I like the hover.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that champion played in any of my games. It wasn't an AREM for so long, so.
Yeah. Ahri is traditionally pretty good. You can charm her out of the dash, which negates the damage from the W, which is kind of nice if you're in like a 1v1 situation and you can kind of farm other than that. So.
Yeah, I think it fits the rest of the comp really well as well. You've got Rel and Maokai that really want to go in, so Ahri able to follow up on that super easily. Hecarim going to be hovered here on the side of CCG.
I'm really interested what our team wants to do with their last pick, because Aphelios does not fit the rest of this comp particularly well. I'm curious if we'll see like an Ezreal from Pup, or if it gets taken away. Xayah would kind of make sense as well, but that's what CCG's hovering right now, as the Hecarim is locked in, potentially, probably for Hyper.
Yeah, I think Xayah makes a lot of sense here. Able to use that ultimate to get out of our team's dive options. But I feel like if we go Ezreal, it's pretty difficult to kind of get through some of these beefy frontliners, the Cassante, the Nautilus, the Hecarim.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's an interesting spot, I think, for our team. Aphelios would be kind of the default pick. Ezreal's kind of the second pick. We'll see if we go off the board even.
Yeah. Sivir going to be hovered here. I mean, I think it does help your ways to engage with the Sivir ultimate. Also, you can block Nautilus hook the shield, so I don't mind the pickup here. You should be able to get through things. I just don't know how helpful it'll be to evade the LeBlanc, but I'm not sure what ADC is going to be able to evade the LeBlanc damage. So Sivir going to be the pick for RTM here, leaving that to the last pick, which is pretty unusual, but with both the solo laners already off the table, makes sense for RTM to draft in that order.
Yeah, definitely an interesting last pick for Pup. It's a champion that I haven't seen fairly recently. Got a splash update, apparently.
Yeah, the random splash updates have been interesting.
I mean, she no longer looks like Nigel Thornberry, which is a positive.
I guess that's true. They should have done a collab before they changed it.
Alright, we have ours in the chat. Drakowski needs to hit the button. And he did. Pod.
Love that.
Wow. So, Professor just kind of pops up every once in a while. You get some insight into these players who are significantly better than me. And it just says for Lunar, waking up, this is his first game today, which isn't true because there's custom games. Bad with Samira, bad with Varus, bad with Ashe. Just really destroying this man who could... is better than me in every regard in this video game. Poor Professor doesn't like it. So.
That's a little funny. I like how it like tries to give taglines. I always think it's interesting, especially if it's used on yourself and you like mean it, you know?
Yeah. It also says Hyper is a pro. It says Hyper. But it's against Diamond
Pro.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't know what to think about all that. We got the blind pick draft, so they're already done with the draft, and now we have a 3-minute delay. Again, this is a 1-0 game. This is the last game of the day, so you win here, you improve to 2-0. You only need one win tomorrow, which feels pretty good, honestly, if you can pick that one up. The number 5 seed CCG, they were pretty ruthless in their first game, so it's a big task now for Return to the Middlesticks to try and overcome. I think that these are pretty good drafts. Like, this is... I don't know who's going to win implicitly based on the draft. I think that CCG's is a little bit easier to play right now, has a couple higher tier picks, but you can't really count out the ROTM draft, especially if you get a big AoE engage from Maokai and Rel at any point. You have the damage to just wipe a team fight after that.
Yeah, I don't think any team, to be clear, has really just run away with the draft. So gonna come down to execution here for both these teams. Should be a lot of team fighting. I think both teams kind of elected that. It'll be interesting to see how random numbers in the mid lane for CCG
Rain
is able.
The name on the spreadsheet. I don't know.
Okay,
Or you
I'll
can
use
go
that
with,
one.
Or you can go with May 27th. That's what the date is.
That could work too. Yeah, I think we'll go with Rain. So, but yeah, I mean LeBlanc. We saw Max have a great game with it last night, and kind of show like why it's such a strong pick. Able to jump in and out, do the damage, assassinate a carry, and I think with Static Shield, if you are able to get out of lane and affect the side lanes, that's where LeBlanc is the most powerful.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the LeBlanc now in pro play. It got very slightly nerfed on this last patch, but still one of the better picks that you could have. So here we go. 30 seconds. Any last shout-outs? Any last wishes here?
Let's go ROTM.
Oh, that's what we need. We need the Korean fans doing the little cheer.
Are you ready to play your 15-second bumper or whatever?
Oh man, if I had one.
Monday Night Football.
Oh, I should just get the Monday Night Football theme. Okay, we did it. We played the Monday Night Football theme. The game is loading. I swear it's loading. I know there's a black screen on stream. Okay, there it goes.
Million mastery points on Jax for Kirk.
Oh.
The important stuff.
Yeah, Professor wanted to tell me that Hyper has 1 million on Lee Sin and Detro has 1 million on Thresh. So
Watch out for that.
I am nowhere near 1 million on any champion.
Yeah, it's a lot of games.
Yeah, I don't think I like the game that much. All right, well, here we are back onto the Rift for game number 2. Hopefully Lane will be joining us.
I'm here.
Let's go.
It had spectate. They didn't lie to me.
They didn't lie to Lane.
Is this going to be the first NACL qualifier where I don't have to spectate off of the stream?
I mean, we still have 3 more games to go. Something
I know,
could
but
happen,
we've got 2.
Yeah.
That's better than what we've had so far. So
yeah, Hyper gonna walk in and just get a ward down, just fearless in the face of Drakowski. I mean, there's not a whole lot that can really happen at level 1. Like,
Yep.
I don't know that you sack completely your level 1 by taking any CC on pretty much any of these champions, so.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. RTM not able to get any vision for themselves down to see where Hyper is gonna start out, so small advantage there. Very important
Ooh, no,
though.
they're not.
Able
Boy
to.
Wonder's in.
Oh, he got it.
Ooh. Well, he got the Wraith Ward. Maybe didn't get as deep as he wanted. I don't know if he really wanted the red buff ward. Oh, they see Hyper. That's actually pretty big. Drakowski and Crook walking in. This is starting to get a little dicey, but everybody gonna just back off and chill and head to their buffs, I guess. Crook was trying to spot Hyper, but Hyper started Wolves. This is very interesting, little nuances. I don't know how much it actually affects anything, but they're full vision on Drakowski doing his red buff, and Hyper is essentially in the dark on the blue right now.
Hopefully so. I mean, I think both teams are going to have a good understanding of where the junglers start, just because of the vision that they both have gotten for themselves. Boy Wonder tanking some of the damage with the shield, but going to hit the level 2. Not going to matter that much because the jump was used already for Boy Wonder. Puppe out to a little of a CS lead here. I mean, there's still some minions for Lunar to pick up, but is going to be behind for sure. Nice trade from Crook here.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty comfortable in the matchup. He's walking forward very aggressively. Man, pings directly on top of Drakowski as he kills his raptors. That's pretty impressive. Hookla in the bottom lane. Detro's gotten Pup low. Boy Wonder is just kind of abandoning ship toward the bottom, and Pup's going to die for first blood.
Yeah, they find the hook they needed to and just found the all-in there. Elects not to burn the flash, notably. I think Lunar had too much follow-up with where he was at. So things turning right around there for Lunar and Detro in this bot lane. Nice 2v2 kill.
But yeah, nice early lead for the bottom lane for CCG, and our team doesn't have that big lead to counter it, but Crook feels like he's doing pretty well up in the top lane. He's behind right now in experience, but he's letting the wave shove into him just a little bit. Detro on a little invade, going to find Drakowski on his blue buff, and looks like that's going to be all of the nonsense that's going to be happening.
Yep, just going to mess with him a little bit. Oh, Detro might get stuck out here.
Knock up. Oh, he's got the flash over the wall. Now Hyper looking to get in. They're just trying to target down, and they finally do finish off Detro. Boy Wonder has to flash away. Hyper is ghosting his way in. The feathers are just enough damage. Lunar flashes in, looking for it. Pup trying to finish off Hyper. Can he get the double buffs? He does. He flashes over the wall as well after picking up the kill, and it's 2 kills for ROTM. Lunar just trying to find the little feather collar over the wall to finish off Pup, but he doesn't have it. Now Pup has double buffs, so he can regen safely back underneath his tower for a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to recall here. Too big of a chunk, but really well executed. And we see how big it was that he was able to save that flash in the 2v2 death that he had early in the game. Used it excellently there after Lunar flash over the wall, knew there was no chase. And RTM finding 2 kills and evening up the gold.
Yeah, and Crook has found himself a nice little CS lead up in the top lane as well. Oh, break his shield. Okay, we're just gonna auto. I feel like a lot of people it still does break shields, right? I haven't actually played New.
I don't know. I have not looked at the Rel rework since it the mini rework.
Oh, Drakowski stole the Raptor. Very big. What is happening? All right.
Yeah, there's been a lot of fighting between Hyper and Drakowski here. I think it's kind of expected, but our team, I feel like, is responding to it well. You definitely have to have pushing lanes to help kind of help Drakowski out. Max level 6 here against Rain in the mid. We'll have to see if it goes for an all-in, but right now, just looking to get the minions in trade.
Yeah, Pup finally able to hit level 4 down in the bottom lane. He's a little behind the the experience bar right now, so we'll have to keep an eye on that, because you could see the level 6s hit for Lunar and Detro, and find something big around the bottom lane if you're CCG.
Little pause for me.
We'll pause at 6 minutes.
Getting back in now, so.
Yeah. Seems like we're on the same timer, so that's good. The spectator client hasn't completely destroyed us.
Very nice. Always great when that's happening. So, RTM posturing a little bit around this dragon. They've got Drakowski moved down here, but Hyper is waiting on the bench for a backup. Lunar.
Yeah, they get the stun onto Lunar, just trying to tear through.
Wow.
He's got no summoner spells, so he's got nowhere to go as Drakowski's able to take him down. That's really well identified and executed by Boy Wonder and Drakowski. Now Hyper just trying to
look for a dive?
Can they look for a dive?
I would say no, but I also am not on their level of play.
Yeah. Shocky has teleport. I don't know that he would use it to prevent the dive.
He's in an okay spot too, just because of the way the wave state is. But anyway, really well executed there from Boy Wonder. Hex flashing out made sure that Lunar had nowhere to go without that flash. They execute that one brilliantly, and that is going to be a kill, and the dragon going over to RTM here as they start that up.
Yeah, and Shocky's done a good job re-equalizing this lane. Crook was up to like a 13 CS lead at one point. Now it's back to even, so just wanted to shout that out as we pause again at 7:30. And Dragon going to go over to ROTM. And now a little gank toward the mid lane. Max has to use his Spirit Rush defensively, gets hooked by Detro. Is there any follow-up right now? Hyper is in the area, but they're just kind of watching this one happen. Detro gets flipped back in. There's no damage really coming through from Max as he's out of mana now. Drakowski is here, uses the Nature's Grasp. You've used all your dashes as LeBlanc gets hit by the Nature's Grasp, and Max will finish that one off with an auto attack to hand that one over to him. And that feels a little uncharacteristically sloppy from CCG. They just kind of lazily take the 2v2 in mid. Hyper doesn't really react to anything as he just takes away some jungle camps, and it's going to cost them another couple of kills around mid.
Yeah, I think Max baited that really well, actually, knowing he was low mana, knew he could go in, but we're going to see a fight on top.
Lane, yeah, Shocky uses his all-out just to try to get to the bush, but Crook almost really didn't need the help. Drakowski finishes off the kill. Now Boy Wonder is here. They get the knock-up onto Hyper. He's got to use the Onslaught of Shadows away, and RTM finds another couple good plays. It hasn't resulted in a huge snowballing gold lead or anything like that, but they have a 3-kill lead. They have a 1,000 gold lead at this point.
Yeah, Drakowski moving around the map. Hyper also trying to get active, but Drakowski doing a good job of covering and showing up to these plays. It's resulted in some nice kills for themselves, so not a huge gold lead as a result of that, but going to be very happy with that, obviously.
If nothing else, you feel like you have good momentum, right? And you feel confident to continue taking plays, which is almost more important sometimes than the little gold that you secure.
Yeah, and I mean, we're getting flash downs across the map. Gives Boy Wonder some opportunities to roam, and now level 6 here is even more potent on his engages.
Yeah, would have liked to see Crook pick up the kill, but you can't be too upset. A dead noob is a dead noob, as my grandma used to say.
Yep. Always scary when Cassante goes all out. Sometimes you try to give a kill over and it doesn't end up happening the way you want it to, so don't mind that Drakowski is getting a little bit more fed than usual. Rift Herald going to be started up for RTM, and I think it's going to be just kind of taken solo by Drakowski. That is mean he's going to lose his bot side for that, but
yeah,
we're not going to Rift Herald alert anymore and spectate?
No. No, you have to try to pay attention for that.
Huh.
I don't know why.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah. I always wonder how, like, the professional leagues, like, do they know about all the spectator bugs and they just work around them? Anyway, Boy Wonder looking for the engage. Detro pretty low. Pup is in a little bit of trouble, though, stuck inside the feathers. And yeah, not really going to see that one happen. It's a trade of kills. Lunar has to flash away the Nature's Grasp. Oh, he just gets hit by it. Drakowski with the Bramble Smash for the kill. Hyper is
there more here? I don't think so. Drakowski, no mana.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. Max is walking down, but so is Rain, so that should just be everyone headed back to their respective sides. I wanted to highlight while I have a second, just Hyper's done a really good job. Every time Drakowski's moved around the map, he's picking up extra CS. He's got like a 40 CS lead. Oh, we're going all out through the wall. Crook, oh, he gets knocked back into the tower. That's so devastating. It's a solo kill for Shocky. That came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, really well executed there from Shocky, using the all-out perfectly to get Crook in a position to take an extra tower shot, and that is going to mean that Crook is going to lose out on a lot of CS here. Luckily, he does have the teleport to get back to lane, but 2 plates for Cassante and that kill is going to put him at quite a disadvantage.
Yeah, maybe even worse, it disrupts his tempo, which Vaughn would shoot me for on sight if I said that word, but he doesn't get to pick up his completed Divine Sunderer on his back, so now he's sitting on this just god-awful build, and Chalky's going to go back and finish up his item, and it's going to be really hard now on this particular matchup unless Crook can get like a weird cheater recall or something and pick up his Divine Sunderer here soon.
Yeah, maybe you'll have the gold for it here after a plate goes down, but a bot dive coming
for Lunar.
through,
Yeah, you don't have the Xayah ult, so there is nowhere for Lunar to go, and Pup is going to pick up that kill. Rain and Detro just have to watch their AD die, and another well-timed play for Return of the Middlesticks.
Yeah, RTM playing around this bot side really, really well, finding another kill onto themselves, going to drop the Herald as well. And I think they're going to try to put all that gold onto Puppe. This may mean they also get the Dragon, but they are going to lose some in mid. So I feel like it's going to be up to Shocky to get CCG back in this one, given his lead already up at, about a half item, a little bit more than that, over Crook. And that's where you want to be. So Crook in a very precarious spot.
Yeah, Crook about to be dove, and now he's about to find out that he's about to be dove, and we'll see how well he can outplay this one, if he can. Gets a little stunned down, but now there's 4 people here. Just play safe under tower. Shocky is tanking that one up, and nothing really to do there for Crook. He did about as well as you could on that one.
Definitely. So good on RTM not to back here after the Drake and realize, okay, they've got everyone top. We can go ahead and take this tower and try to pressure Lunar even more. So gold going to the spots that you want it if you're RTM, but this top side issue is going to have to get resolved at some point, and Cassante with gold, very scary.
A little charm from Max going to land. He's got to get away from Hyper, has to burn the Spirit Rush to do that, which is a little unfortunate, but still has this flash, so he's relatively safe.
Yeah, definitely in a safe spot. And it is hard to gank that Ahri, but nice that they get that down. Does give them an opportunity to potentially blow the flash now instead of the ult. So see if they're able to come back to that lane and get something more with the Spirit Rush down.
Yeah, and Max opting for a little bit of a lower damage build. He's gone for the Everfrost rather than a Ludens or something like that, or a Leandri's.
Yeah, I mean, they have enough damage, so just having extra lockdown to chain CC off your other CC, I think is pretty nice.
Yeah. Also would have been curious about Hyper's build. He's just rushed to Manamune. So he's full carry pants mode on the Heck Room.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have some assassination potential onto Puppe. There's not a lot that can help him out too much. It's going to be up to Drakowski to help peel that Hecarim off, but...
Yeah, and again, we have a completely even game at 15 minutes, so... not completely even. It's 600 gold lead and a 2 dragon advantage for Return of the Middlesticks, but I don't know that either of those are super significant given what we've seen so far in the game. Max is now clearing against Shocky, which I don't know that that's necessarily the matchup you want if you're RTM, but he can clear the minion wave. Oh, little Chucky gets the charm. That's pretty cute. I don't know that he's got the damage to ever finish that one off, but...
Yeah, Max did have the Spirit Rush there. Could have maybe looked for it, but maybe got some intel that Hyper was potentially lurking. But it's a nice chunk regardless. So Crook landing the.
Crook. Yeah, dodged the chain. Gets hit by the second chain, unfortunately. Hard to miss that one at point blank. And now Boy Wonder and Drakowski are both here. All the dashes have been used, as well as the ult, so this should be a pretty predictable result. And Drakowski is on a rampage now. Max, just play safe underneath your second tower there, unfortunately, as Hyper and Shocky continue their dive on through. They'll pick off the Ahri, but trades back on the other side of the map as Crook gets solo gold on that top lane tower, and Shocky will finish this one off on the bottom side. So the game continues to play out pretty symmetrically. It's 6-9, nice. And about a 500 gold lead for ROTM.
Yeah, both teams really executing well on the weak side of the map. Every time a play is made somewhere on the opposite side, the other team immediately responds. So keeping things super even here. RTM has been the ones that have been getting all the objectives, though. Drakowski, if it wasn't for all the kills he was getting, would be really, really far behind Hyper, but Hyper is going to be the carry man to watch here.
Oh, he got the crab, but that might cost him his life. Shocky and Nitro have walked in. They have enough CC. Yeah.
There's a big shutdown.
Oh, he's got the flash? Is he alive? No, definitely not. Hyper finishes him off with the reckless charge? His E.
That's a big shutdown that goes over to him, so it's going to be up to Hyper to put the carry pants on in this one.
Crook is dead.
Yeah, not sure why he walked up for this one. They saw so many people on this top side.
Oh, that was quite a hook from Nitro. He's still got the flat. Everyone's leaving?
What?
What is happening?
I don't understand what is happening.
Hyper is looking for Max. This actually doesn't look particularly fair for Max. He's trying to kite his way out. He's got a couple more dashes. Does he have his flash? He does not have a flash, so Hyper will eventually finish that one off. They just kill Lunar in the mid lane? I don't understand what's happening in this game right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, this is give it wild.
I don't know why they called off that top lane to play. Like, they had him dead to rights. Now a big engage from Boy Wonder. Drakowski picks up another kill. Shocky pretty low, but he's fine. He's playing the broken Cassante champion. And now ROTM is going to ping off of this mid lane tower and go head for the dragon. But Hyper is waiting in the wings. Doesn't have smite, which is maybe the big consideration for a steal. He does have Onslaught of Shadows available if he wants to.
Yeah. I don't expect him to go in. There's no one else from his team that's grouped up. They do have a teleport available from Rain that could come in, but this is a big pickup for RTM off the back of that. I know the kills have been going relatively even and the gold's even, but RTM picking up all the objectives so far in this game and 3 straight Drakes. So this soul fight is going to be huge. Can be the deciding factor that RTM needs, especially since it is Mountain Soul here, getting some extra shielding and defensive stats onto your carries can help protect against Hyper's gone an extremely glass cannon.
Oh my god.
Build, yeah.
He just picks up his Duskblade of Drakthar, which
it is Duskblade, which helps him out, making him invulnerable to damage for a few seconds after he picks up a kill. So definitely helpful, but he is the most farmed member of anyone on any team. That's a scary Hecarim, I'll just say that.
Yeah, he's quite terrifying right now. We'll pause there at 1930, but
yep, same here.
Okay. We have to mention that just because we're not sitting in a room together. Wouldn't be a big deal. Drakowski is going to get spotted doing his Krugs. Oh, he missed one of the little tiny Krugs. It's very sad.
Hyper level 14 here. He is Hyper. Hyper scaled, that is, in this one.
He's also
two levels above anyone on an RTM.
Active. He's very fast.
Yep.
Yeah. Rift Herald's gonna be dropped in mid lane. I think that's just that's the end of the cooldown on it. Crook, I don't think wins a 1v1 against Shocky, but hopefully he's got the jump strike away, and somehow we're gonna get the Rift Herald charge anyway into the mid lane tower to be able to knock that one down. Now it's a 200 gold lead. Huge for Return of the Middlesticks.
Yeah, if you're RTM, I think you just want to try to farm as much as you can, try to be as strong as you can for this dragon fight. I feel like that can be the point in the game where you really start breaking away. It's been a really even gold lead throughout this game.
Ooh, a little pick attempt onto Crook. Hyper is here, but not going to be able to full send it far enough on to be able to damage Crook as he escapes with his jump strike. And Pup and Drakowski going to share a nice little skill buff here.
Yeah, Shocky is really scary. Already on his 2 items, got the Jack show, so he's going to be strong in this next fight. Nice charm, land on a rain.
Yeah, Max just doesn't have much damage to speak of. He's sitting on Everfrost plus Hextech Alternator, so that's it. That was a full combo. That was like half of Raid's health.
Yeah, not as strong as he was on the Syndra in last game, but
he'll still scale. He's got utility. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom for Max, but it's a far sign from just one-shotting the opposing mid laner every time he showed up.
Yeah, pressing your button and they just disappear. I don't want that pesky champion in my game anymore. But yeah, RTM. I wonder if teams are gonna look to start to try to blow flashes here or find an engage. This is about the timer that you can do it. Anything longer than this is gonna be everybody's gonna be back up for Drake. So just gonna try to set up vision here for CCG. They have the onus on the area, but RTM with the mid lane tower should be able to come back through and sweep. Gonna get the Scuttle crowd notably for themselves as well. So that'll help the vision.
Yep, recalls all at the same time, and they're actually headed to the Baron side, which is kind of interesting with a minute to go. Or at least there were pings to the Baron side. I don't know that that's where they're actually headed. Minute to go on this all-important potential Mountain Soul.
Yeah, and they're all off of resets for CCG, so that they spent all their gold, are going to be as strong as they possibly can at this moment. RTM didn't really get their resets off. Not sure how much gold's sitting in the pockets there, but that could be the difference in the fight that CCG needs here.
Yeah, I mean, you got 1,700 on Pup, you got 1,000 on Drakowski. That's not insignificant coming into this fight. 30 seconds to go on the spawn. RTM trying to both defend the Baron and put a bunch of pressure on the Mountain Dragon at the same time. We're going to find Hyper. Crook just trying to jump on him. They get the stun. They get the chain CC. They get the pick onto the jungler before the dragon spawns. And the shutdown goes to Crook, which is also huge. That's a 1,000 gold shutdown for him. And now the dragon's going to spawn. They might lose their mid lane tower. But I think you take that for Mountain Soul. Boy Wonder with a nice little dodge in that hook. And yeah, mid lane tower in exchange for Mountain Soul, and now they need to zip over to that Baron and make sure that nothing really silly happens to them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anything's going to here, but Boy Wonder gonna just make sure that there's nothing sneaky. Gonna get hooked, but
a little hook from Detro, but there's yeah.
Well, that's the glass cannon build for you on the Hecarim. They are gonna posture around the Baron here. I wonder if they're gonna start it up. It looks like they are, and they didn't really get vision down here for CCG, so they're gonna call in Jack's, gonna TP in. They're gonna start this up.
Yeah, they're trying to take advantage of the death timer on Hecarim. 4,000, 3,000. Max isn't really doing damage, but now in comes the engage. They're looking to turn. Crook gets the stun. They get the Baron. They get one kill. Drakowski now with the knockback, looking for Rain. Into the backline goes Hyper as he's looking just to try to one-shot Pup. Shocky is onto him as well. They'll track down Pup at the end of that one. But where's the rest of the fight coming through? Hyper is still alive. Max is still alive, though. He finishes that one off. Shocky is the last one up for CCG, and he's still alive. He's still doing pretty well. Almost takes down Boy Wonder. But the ace finally comes through as Boy Wonder had to get the self-defense kill there at the end. So Baron plus 5 kills for 2 for Return of the Middlesticks, and now they have a 4,000 gold lead. They have 3 Baron buffs, and yeah, that was a good fight. It was pretty scary, but it was ultimately a good fight for RTM.
Yeah, it really took advantage of Hyper just coming off that death timer, and the lack of vision from CCG. Couldn't respond quite fast enough. Nice follow-up fight after getting the Baron, and now this game has been blown a little wide open. The Mountain Soul for RTM and the Baron should be able to just kind of group up here and push down some towers.
Yeah, we'll see how they elect to use that one. It's not the biggest gold lead by any means, and we saw the Cassante and Hecarim combo. I don't know what you do as Pup against that one. I think you just have to like buy a GA, or
Yep.
I'm not really sure. But Hyper might be caught again. Yeah, Max trying to find him. Couldn't quite find that charm. Just takes a nice little chunk out of him. You can see he's finally gotten a little bit of scaling done as he finished up his Horizon focus, plus working on his next item. And now Midway Power just evaporates in front of Return to the Middlesticks. Max is working his way on that minion wave. Crook and Shocky. You don't want to get abducted into the base. That's a little bit of a risk. He needs his jump strike back away. I'll get the little stun. Oh, gets interrupted back out of his knockback. Now the Nature's Grass coming through. RTM looking for this fight, though. Pup is just being focused on the backside. He's got the flash away, though. A little bit of health left on Shocky. Now some of those health bars start to explode for CCG, and all of a sudden ROTM finally cleans that one up. It was a scary fight again, but they somehow come out on top. They'll roll their way through this mid lane inhibitor, and I don't think Rain can stop them. He's got the static shiv, he's got the OP items, but yeah, has to just try to really pay respect to Drakowski, who's just going to stand on top of him right now. It doesn't really matter if he dies, if the Nexus explodes, and RTM has a 2-0 day to start off NACL qualifiers. 1 win away now from qualifying for the group stage.
Yeah, big upset over the number 5 seed there for RTM. A great 2-0 start, and I know the boys are going to be super happy about that.
Yeah, really good slate of games. Those were very fun games to watch, even from not just from an ROTM perspective, but they were really close, intense games the whole way through, and RTM comes out with a 2-0. They set themselves up really nicely for day 2. Just need to find 1 win in order to advance to the group stage.
Yeah, going to be happy about that. Again, we'll be back tomorrow at 12 Central, 1 Eastern to go through the rest of the games and hopefully see a RTM qualification to the next round.
Yeah, that's going to do it here for us today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. I'm going to throw it over to Team Ambition.org, I guess, because they're still broadcasting. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See y'all then. Cool. I'm going to go celebrate with the